Hey everybody, Shannon Scott. We're back from the Edgar Cemetery in Paris, Illinois, where you can hear lawnmowers in the background with all this grass, and it's quite thick. There's a lot of mowing that goes on here, so and beautiful. I'm not used to all this really plush grass like this in the South, but great clovers popping up. I thought we'd just kind of do a little walk together, kind of see what we can see. This section really grabbed my eye, so I thought I would share. They say size doesn't matter, but the Sizemores would disagree. They have a massive piece of granite. Goodness. Wow. All those resurrection lilies, that vining going on in there. And this is the main family marker. Here we have, a dozen graves or thereabout of that clan, kin. But yeah, that unfinished, unhewn stone became a popular style at the end of the 19th and early 20th century. It was a symbol of the grotto, where of course Jesus is interred and rises from. So anytime you see that type of, and we see some here in the foreground, unfinished stone, that's really the message. Beautiful cast iron urn. Again, someone's taking care of this. These are often survivors. This vault really grabbed my attention. Again, Augustus. So much like the Smith vault with the anchor that we saw, and the wreaths are exactly the same. So definitely, these are the intermarrying families. This vault is fascinating. Good God. I mean, it's probably 50, it's pushing 20 feet with the banister up there. It's completely sealed, so I'm not sure. I guess they opened these and interred them. There was no actual big room or anything, but gorgeous Corinthian column, kind of almost Indian headdresses up there. HWA, okay, and the FRA, these are initials. So yeah, we've got FR Augustus here, so those are initials. I thought maybe a fraternal order, but anyway, it looks like the last internment, there is still room for one family member. I wonder who will get that spot. But it looks like the last real internment here was in 1915, Julia Augustus, born 1845. But don't know much about the Augustus family, but they've got the king of the vaults here, and it's really well cared for, So someone cleans this, all that stuff. Again, Illinois winters are not kind sometimes, so you got to have the right stone. The marble people, oh, they lost, but they weren't really thinking about all that. It was just the beauty of everything. Another tree of life, cut short, and we associate these greatly with woodsmen of the world. It wasn't always the case of the first insurance salesman in the world to have these, but this could have been a woodsman of the world type person. Of course, it's resting on the crucifixion kind of mount here stone, which is Golgotha. And so, yeah, this is just a cherry section, but I thought we'd just kind of pick out some things. We see a lot of Egyptian obelisk, which again, I associate with the adopted symbol of the Freemasons, and they're everywhere. They compete with, you don't see Christian crosses in the cemetery. You see Egyptian obelisks. In fact, we see what they call classically on the internet here, a zinki, which is, was marketed as white bronze, made out of Connecticut. And this is beautiful. I mean, wow. Look at that face of that cherub, just great details. We've got some mourning, dangling leaves, the sleeping baby here. What a beautiful, beautiful face. Gone but not forgotten, and kind of like an Old West font. That's cool. Archie, thou hast left our number. We no more shall meet thee here. May we join thy silent slumber, and in heaven with thee appear. Wow, that's just beautiful. 1881. These sometimes become lightning rods, and they bend over. If you ever see one that's bent from the top or the bottom, that tends to be a lightning strike. But yeah, the dove of peace there ascending. We see the clasping hands. Say goodbye to your earthly home. Woo! Yikes. Welcome to your heavenly. Not a good sound, not a good muffler. And then around the front, We have what? Oh yeah, this kind of the blooming rose, but also some unbudded back here to show that little Archie's life was short. Archie L., son of J.L. and Sarah A. Vance, born November 4th, 1872, died October 27th, 1880. Just beautiful, beautiful. Eventually this company threatened the stoneworkers, and there was a group of stonemasons that really rallied and organized, and they put that company out of business. They retooled as a factory and became suppliers of armaments in World War I. But that is kind of a part of that story behind the scenes with that company. It's not often the mainstream story, I've noticed. It's not often the highly published story. But, you know, they could just turn those out so quickly, and they lasted, obviously. And so the real stonemason culture felt threatened by the manufacturing side of that. I mean, can't blame them in a way, but I mean, they're cool, so guess there just wasn't room for two. Another tree of life, stunning, for the Harding family. There we see a big anchor again. Huge chains. Wow, wow. It's a little bright out here. I'm sorry, guys. Catching another anchor. Look at that. Beautiful. Almost the, what do you call that? The talon. Trying to think of the devil's tail, you know. But part of that broken. Wow. Beautiful maiden. She's very reverent. She's got the end of the anchor just dangling from her hand or the rope. And she's on the tree. It looks like, no, that's Golgotha, the mount or the crucifixion place. She's got the 5-pointed star to show the awaiting destiny. But the Parrish family have a beautiful monument here. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Let's see, there were other things out here that caught my eye. We're still in search of the McKinley plot, which has a neat legend about it, but we're not seeing it quite yet. So that's okay. We see somebody making an effort to keep the broken stones collected nearby. You know, a part of that history too is when the Depression hit. A lot of people saw some abandoned stones and took them and used them to repair things. I mean, you know, desperate measures, desperate times. Here we see another tree of life with a cross. Then looks like it says we've got mother. The stone probably was. I know that stone is there. And father. It's pretty worn, pretty weathered. So again, this is some type of marble that did not age well. Ooh, do I see some clasping hands? Yeah, this is neat. This is a neat section here in the Edgar Cemetery of 1858. Got a Turner here. And then, yeah, this clasping hand's just really highly detailed. The urn on top of it's gone, but, you know, it's fallen. It's probably laying around here. Looks like they've got it all together. But this is neat. The clasping hands, this obviously had a name in it, some sort of banner ribbon. And then we see all the chains here. And then something here. I'm going to go and say that, I'm not even going to take a guess what that is. But it's not an... I think it's more of a Masonic handshake in this case. But yeah, we see the parts laying around. So that's good. I mean, if they ever really got into tackling that, they at least have that sitting there. And that's, you know, half the battle, as they say. Here we see a Victorian mirror. It's, you know, kind of framed, right? But it's a Victorian mirror style from Maria L. Parker, wife of William Parker. Fell asleep August 18, 1877. Something down there, his truth, his beloved, something sleep, but a sentiment of a kind. But yeah, the Victorian mirror was, you know, very special, reflection, right? I mean, there, I've just said it. But yeah, reflection on mortality, but also the superstition of people covering the mirrors in their homes. When someone died, they felt the spirit could get trapped in the mirror. In fact, some families even brought the mirrors to the grave. I think the tradition was to cover them for like 6 months, something like that. It's crazy. But imagine you're so superstitious you bring the mirror to the grave. I've kind of thrown in the idea that maybe they carved those headstones like that to look like mirrors to actually trick the dead. I've also seen that kind of, tossed around, but not sure if that was an actual period thinking. But I mean, if you're already that superstitious, maybe. Beautiful kind of orating, Mary figure there, very dramatic. Great tunic, great folding cloth. She appears to be holding something up there in her hand. I can't quite make it out. Oh, it's a cross. Okay. Yeah, for David Houston, spelled Huston. Died in 1903, born in 1810. Wow, man. This is gorgeous right here. Someone's really cleaning this, caring for it. This is the Mary Henderson, or the Henderson family plot. She died 1880 at age 73. Rest sweet, rest, period. And then we see the classic veiled, half-veiled urn with the garland of flowers. Very much about sunset, sunrise. Typically, the garland of flowers is reserved for the unveiled urn, but it's okay. This is really just a family showing absolute celebration of the loved one awakening in heaven. We've got some inverted torches here. So that's showing mourning, the life snuffed out, but yeah, the flame is still burning. Sometimes you see smoke tendrils like it's being snuffed out, which is awesome, actually. John Williams, born 1838, died 1923. Oh, no, that was for Anne, his wife, sorry. John's over here. He was born in 1838 in Stark County, Ohio. He died here in Edgar, Illinois, in 1898. But someone's caring for this, so the family, I would say, has paid for this. We have Ellen E., wife of William S. O'Hare. No birth date, but she was 30. Oh, I guess we could figure it out. Died 1880, but she died at 39 years. That's interesting. 39 years GM. I don't know. Good morning? I have no idea what that is. 39 years GM. And then S90. So again, I think that is, 9 days. 9 days. So 6 months and 9 days. I'm sorry. It's just the way that's weathered. 39 years, 6 months, 9 days. Yeah, that's something. I mean, let's face it, guys. Life is short. Life is short no matter how long you live. It's just not enough. But yeah, the Victorians were all about documenting the length. So we've got Jenks here with the open Bible. We've got the death notices that are done like parchment there. The old death bills of the medieval period. Just great details with vines, and of course I'm calling that the calla lily, but maybe some other kind of leaf, but exaggerated calla on top of the crucifixion spot, Golgotha. We see the crown and the cross, so the achievement of the afterlife. We see resurrection ferns, which I'm not sure if they grow around here, but they certainly do around the southeast. And then one of the reasons I stopped here is because I saw another infant in a shell, which is lovely. So we see the pearl of their mother. It looks like it might be a Sarah, but it's got mold growing or lichens growing over it. Beautiful. I love that color. I call them lichens, but they may have another name. But I love that just little spotty touch of orange, the sun or something. But yeah, the baby asleep, which is about the angels watching over as the child rests, and of course invokes the parent looking in on their sleeping child, the innocence of that. But yeah, the pearl of their mother, the shell, is the oldest motif in burial art that we know of, which is always about the birth, the journey, death, resurrection. This was just cool. I had to stop here and show you guys this. Very novel. Maybe other cemeteries will pick up the hint or the trend. Water, this location only. They've got a pump. I love their almost creepy stop sign here. Cemetery closed after dark. I love the font. I think it's just the way it aged in the sun, but it looks kind of spooky. But now they put these great gallon jugs here. I mean, Not a fan of the world of plastic, but it is what it is. So that's kind of cool, isn't it? Yeah, they're thinking about people. They're thinking about people and the way they use cemeteries, the way they interact, and that is very, very important. So we got a mower. They happen. And we've yet to find the legendary McKinley plot, but that's going to be our next stop. I know I'm in the neighborhood, so we're gonna hit that McKinley plot and really delve in and show you guys what that's all about, which, according to legend, has some mystical powers tied to it. I doubt it. Oh. Let's head up here. Getting up to the top. I don't think we came up this far. Did we? Oh no, I think we just showed you the maiden. Yeah. But this just caught me on the Guthrie plot. Look at that. Henry Guthrie died July 11th, 1880. So this week, many years ago. 31 years, 11 months, 23 days. Signed by Leonard something company, and then Illinois, Paris, Illinois. So they really had some big time stonecutters here. But yeah, there's the Masonic symbol, the 3 links, so he's an odd fellow. And then the initials braided together, a shield with some unknown wording, gorgeous anchor again, a lot of great leaves, superb details. Sublime. Love this mold growing on here. Wow. Hello. Tickle, tickle, tickle. Yeah, that's a dynamo. Dynamo. All right, guys. Well, next stop, we believe, will be the McKinley plot. I've been teasing you for quite a minute here. Hopefully, you've not just shot and looked it up straight online. Some of you may have already. That's fine. You're ahead of me. But we're going to find it together, and I'll show it off to you and see what you all think. It's actually kind of a cool legend, but I'll leave it till we get there. Boy, this is cool. The open Bible bearing the family name. The page is turned, guys, to show that the chapter may have concluded, but the next chapter beginning, the one in paradise. Great tree, great Bible, just giant book. Maybe some carving names here. It's hard to say. It's gone. I think that says copyrighted. Yeah, it does. Copyrighted by someone here, probably in Paris, Illinois. Hard to say, but yeah, some of these guys did copyright their materials because with photography came catalogs, and they of course got mailed out, and there would be stonecutters that felt like they'd had something that original, which in many cases they did. And then they found out as they were setting up a monument somewhere that basically they'd been ripped off. So copywriting came into being for some of these guys. This is quite a Masonic pillar with a crown way up at the top, which looks to have been broken, maybe an urn. But Jonathan Young, born at Newark, New Jersey, September 15th, 1791, married Sarah McFerrin, October 1812. Died August 1867, a founder and past chief officer of 3 Masonic bodies in Paris, a zealous Christian and friend to the poor. Okay. All right. Great emblems up there. Too many to count, but this guy was definitely, top billing in the, whereas, Fred Flintstone might be called Grand Poobah of the Masonic world. Which it is very interesting. I mean, there are majestic buildings in this town, extremely rundown ones as well. But, baby deer. Oh, hi, baby deer. Oh, that is amazing, guys. We get that little extra perk sometimes. I don't know if he'll let us come see him. Maybe. We're going to sneak up on him and see if he'll talk to us. My animal person's coming out. Hi, baby deer. Hello. How are you? Sorry, guys, nerding out for a deer. It's so beautiful. That sort of cottontail white. Oh, he's way gone. Good for him. I don't have any good deer snacks, apparently. Well, guys, we are going to end this video, and thanks for watching. Again, thanks for supporting the channel, hanging out a little bit, taking some time out of your day to let me share this stuff with you. That's meaningful. That's human connection. You know, as much as you can do that on the stupid or the internet. But I mean, it's kind of what we're doing here. Can we rebuild this world together and keep the humanity, or the human in humanity? I sure hope so, but these small efforts like this are a part of it. That's all I know. That's all I know. Sunshine, fresh air, and headstones, guys. That's me. So we'll see you with the McKinley family. Cross your fingers, and we'll delve into it.